got good performances from your big guys.
Yeah, we got the ball inside pretty good, and you know, rebounded the second half really well. That always helps. And they were really undersized. You know, I thought that was, watching them on film, I thought it was going to be kind of tough because their guards are pretty clever and they spread you out. You know, and they're big guys, you know, are pretty skilled as well. But other than the beginning of the game and the beginning of, you know, first part of the second half, we played great. Thing disappointed me with too many turnovers. You know, a lot of them unforced. But they turn you over. I think they're averaging 11 steals. They had 14 against us, I think. And that really impacts, you know, to hold somebody to 61 and, you know, turn the ball over and have somebody steal it 14 times. We had to do something good defensively.
Really nice to get Cannon really involved like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling now. The other night, you know, Cannon went in before Ben, and, you know, Ben's probably been as good as any player we've had. It's hard for kids to understand that. And then tonight, you know, I did the same thing. But, you know, I said it last game, I have a lot of faith in Cannon. He's bright. You know, he gives us a lot of depth and stability. You know, our bigs, when you look at Ben and Cannon, and Marcus coming off the bench, you know, those are starters for us last year. We'd have been great, you know, having. But I'm happy for him.
Yannick getting 19 points, 6 for 6, 7 of 9 at the line. Is he progressing more quickly than you expected him to?
I think no, to be honest with you. You know, I think early on he was much more confident. You know, he hadn't looked real comfortable. It's getting better. I can see it in practice. But I think it's going to take a little time. That's why, you know, it's so good for us to, you know, have a schedule like this. You know, we're going to really be tested. You know, I have any in-state team I have a lot of respect for. SMU State hadn't lost, and then you go and play Virginia. They're a top 20 team. I've watched them. They're great. So we have a schedule that I think, you know, our young kids and Yannick and Marcus and Nick Moore, they hadn't even played in over a year. I think hopefully that'll help them all. We're playing a lot of games quickly. I'm not always excited about that because I think you get better by practicing. And I'm really kind of uncomfortable trying to find managed minutes. I feel bad about Ben Moore. I felt bad about Crandall the other night. I feel bad about Sterling, Cannon. But it's better than it was last year.
You distributed the minutes around pretty well.
I'm trying. You know, Keith's going to get more. You know, he's still trying to figure things out. But he can really pass the ball. He can rebound the ball. He's just taking little steps, but I can see it in practice. Our freshmen are great. They're attentive and, you know, they're really good kids. Got high IQs. And Yannick, you know, was a highly motivated kid. So
You talked about the last game, you wanted Yannick, I guess, to get a little more physical or whatever. I thought, was he better today in terms of that and how he got to the basket?
yeah, he had a couple of dunks that were really assertive that he's capable of doing. He had a couple of blocks that came out of nowhere. I think that'll come. You know, he has high expectations for himself. And sometimes you can put a little pressure on yourself. But his expectations for himself are no greater than mine for him. He'll figure it out.
You hit just 3 3-pointers today. They were all in the second half.
Nick?
Does that concern you?
No, gosh, no. We scored 46. I love that. Even though I was brought up in the ABA, I hate that 3-point shot. Man. I think that's I mean, kids get so locked in on that shot. Now that being said, we have some guys that can shoot it. I'm perfectly comfortable with, Nick Russell and Nick Moore and Keith. I'm comfortable with them shooting it, but we can score 46 and a half and just take 3 threes. Make 3 threes. I'm excited. I want to get to the free throw line and, get easy baskets on the break, and offensive board. But I think we're a good 3-point shooting team.
You go 20 of 25 at the free throw line today. I think the last time we saw you, it was substantially lower than that. It was somewhere near 50%. Did you change anything in practice, or was it just a better day today?
No, I grew up with Coach Smith, and some years he emphasized free throw shooting, some years he put pressure on kids in practice, some years they never shot. There was no consistency in what made your team shoot better, except for one thing: great shooters. I figured that out. I used to laugh at him. I said, when I had Reggie Miller and, people, Chauncey Billups and Rip Ham, Ben used to struggle, Ben Wallace. But the other guys were like unbelievable. But now, it's kind of funny. The last week, we've shot free throws. I made them, keep track of how many they made, and because we're playing a lot of games, and I thought rather than do a lot up and down, we have to be a little sensitive about that. But in all my years of coaching, I don't know if you put pressure on them, if you emphasize it, if you don't. I just know when you have Reggie Miller or you play with Rick Barry and people like that, usually pretty successful. Dirk, you think Rick Carlisle worries about Dirk? He worries about Samuel, and I taught Samuel how to shoot free throws. I drafted his ass. I drafted him. And he's gotten better, he'll tell you that. All right, happy holiday.
Thanks a lot.